to Between Two Ferms. I'm Blake Jarolim, head brewer at COOP Ale Works.
I am Will Quinlin, Blake's bitch.
Not really. We have our Ferms today. A couple lambics we made in the backyard in the winter months that will age out and probably become something we drink only to ourselves. But yeah, in the COOP tap room here. Today we're doing some DNR.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, sure. Oh, better that time.
Very good.
There you go. Good job.
DNR, Belgian strong ale. Lots of Belgian candy sugar. Oh, Will has a good candy sugar story.
Oh, God.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we used to try to figure out good ways to put a Belgian candy sugar into this thing. And Blake thought it was a great idea to put it in the fermenter. But candy sugar doesn't melt when it's 70 degrees. So
Turns out.
What turns out?
That it doesn't melt in a fermenter. I thought, well, the alcohol and the lowered pH, that sugar is going to melt out fine. So then when we emptied the tank,
Yeah, that was my job.
What? I don't know, 100 pounds of candy sugar stuck to the bottom of the tank
That was fun.
Will had to shovel out through a manway, about 2 feet across. So that was a good experience.
We've learned.
We've learned about sugar additions and the best way to do that. DNR has always been a finicky beer to brew. We have had traditionally long ferments in the old building especially, and we used to let it free rise ferment and get all hot, and it was difficult. But I think we've got it pretty well reined in now. And a beer at 10% that you make year round is not the easiest thing to manage tank turns and brew house wise. As compared to maybe an elevator day, the DNR day is a little more involved.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot longer, yeah. I would say that DNR has probably changed the least of the beers from original recipation. So the DNR was an original core beer back in 09, and hasn't really changed a whole lot. Recipe or wise, probably the most original to the what was the homebrew recipe at the time. So
really, towards the homebrew recipe?
Yeah, because Mark really loved to show off the DNR. The girl on the front, we were talking about her off camera. I still wave at her every time I see her around the city. She still lives in Oklahoma City. And I think in the graphics department of marketing, they really love dealing with a pictorial image for all of the marketing stuff. I think that's pretty easy to deal with. So I prefer my DNR at the 8-month plus mark.
Yeah, definitely.
These are not, but actually this is pretty good DNR.
I'm digging it.
It's really pretty tasty.
I'm digging it. I'd rather it be cold outside. But
Oh yeah. Of course, we don't know what temperature it is outside.
Oh, well.
Right. Some good Belgian yeast notes. It's Trappist yeast that we use to brew it. Some good old Dingemans Belgian grain. 2-row Pilsner. Hop bill's pretty low. This is meant to be malt forward and yeast forward especially. So pretty tasty beer. For those of you who don't know, we actually age DNR in different barrels, and we call it casket for the casks that we age it in. And we've been playing around with tequila and brandy for the last couple of releases, but on the horizon, we have some scotch and rum that we're working on. Looking forward to those.
Yeah.
Looking forward to those beers. So
I think that rum's gonna be real nice.
We drink our beers civilized, unlike our marketing director, Sean Mossman, who likes to chug these because he loses the Bedlam bet every year. So I'll let you decide which side he's on. But, we're civilized folk back here in the back of the house. Front of the house are their own.
Yeah.
Their own beasts. Yeah. So.
I think you covered most of it on that one.
Yeah.
No other stories about DNR? I mean, it is one of the oldest. It was.
I think that there are maybe some stories I can't really talk about. when we
Okay.
used to have a Jaeger machine in the brewery and DNR. But Death Bomb was something that happened, and then the Jaeger machine got taken out of the brewery. So, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really a responsible thing.
Probably not.
Not something I ever witnessed or was a part of. But.
No, I didn't work here at that time, but I did see the machine, and I could only imagine what you guys did.
Well, DNR, you're a beer that I don't drink very often, but I do appreciate. Not because I don't like you, because I don't want to wake up. I have gotten, oh yeah, that is true. I do get text saying I got DNR'd last night. I'm not exactly sure what that means, to be honest with you, but I try to avoid finding out what that
Are we
is.
gonna talk about FDR? Or is that?
Oh, FDR. That might be in a space. I don't know. Mixing F5 and DNR, different strokes for different folks. But we're not going to make a beer called FDR.
No.
Somebody's already done that.
Probably.
Yeah. So, all right. Until next time, we're between two Ferms. Where you found us last time.